How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion, gotta make sure I got the shirt in there. Today's topic of discussion is gonna be, I move when I wanna move. I move when I wanna move. Just like how I took a step back to show off that shirt. I move when I wanna move. And I won't be guilted into doing it. Now, when I think about this topic, I'm thinking about, this is a little bit of a follow-up to the video that I had just done. When I was talking about I want to keep my energy. I move when I want to move, and I won't be guilted into it. I'm thinking about this where, sometimes where you may come up against somebody wanting you to do something, or getting you to do something. I'm not talking about like a need or a necessity, just wanting you to participate or be involved in something, and you're not really feeling it. You're not really feeling it for whatever reason. You don't have to explain yourself. You're not really feeling it for the moment, or maybe you just don't want to give time to it. I know it's a lot of times where there's things that I don't do because I just simply don't feel like it. I've said this on this channel plenty of times. Even though I'm an outgoing, jovial person, I'm a loner. You can be both. I don't have to be up in people's space and all up in their face and just have these interactions. I can spend the majority of my time on my own. Is this something I'm encouraging? No, because we all need people. I need people. I'm just saying, I'm just not that person. So when I'm out and I'm interacting with people, that's the reason why I'm jovial, because it's like I'm ready for that interaction. I've made that move, and sometimes you do make moves that you don't want to make. I mean, out of necessity or what have you, but one of the topics, one of the reasons that it sparked this with this video is because, and I'm merely talking about these interactions. I've made certain moves where I either attended something or did something, or I'm visiting, or whatever the case may be, and you get ready to move on or get ready to end your interaction, and then it's like, oh, why are you such and such, such and such, such and such? Why are you leaving? I thought that you were gonna, or what? I wanted to show you, or I wanted to finish talking about, and I'm like, okay, we didn't been at this for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm ready to go. Now, some people would say, and I thought this as well, that's what, they're enjoying your interaction. That's fine and good, but you also want to make sure that you're being respectful of a person's time. That's one of the things that I say when I'm on the phone or interacting with somebody, whether it's out in public. 10 times out of 10, anybody that knows me will tell you, if I see you out and about somewhere, a lot of the times it's just a head nod and agreeing, and I'll go on, hey, how you doing? And I'll let a person on their way, because I know that a lot of people don't want to be stopped. A lot of people are just really trying to be cordial when they're stopping and they're giving you the time of day and they're, trying to shoot the breeze. A lot of times people are just, seeing you in passing, especially with some of the places that you may frequent. It may be a readily available place that other people frequent. So they're used to seeing people all the time. And not all the time they want to stop and put this energy or this time in the greeting and just shooting the breeze with you. So to alleviate that feeling of, oh man, I don't want to be stopped and talked to for 45 minutes. I just came in here to pick up some groceries so I can prepare this meal here. I'm hungry, just got off work, kids at home. Keep it a nod and I keep it moving. I'm that person. I'm not going to feel bad about it. What I'm saying is I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not going to feel bad that you just greeted me and you kept on rolling. Now, there are some interactions that may call for, man, I hadn't seen, and maybe you are having a rekindling of something. But I'm not talking about those. I'm just talking about those brief passes in time. And it's the same thing when you go to people's homes or you attend events and what have you. If somebody is at my home, and they're telling me, or on the phone, this is just me, anything to tell me, hey, look, I'm getting ready to depart. Especially like if you're on the phone and you already told me that you're doing something, I'm being mindful of that person's time. And I guess I need to finish out my thought from what I was saying earlier. If a person lets me know that they're in the middle of doing something, I'm going to consistently be checking back. Even if they're saying, well, I ain't going, what you're saying. I'm like, hey, man, I might be telling them on what I'm talking about, but I'm like, hey, look, I know that you're at the tire shop, so I'm not going to keep you. I want to be respectful of your time. I'm gonna let you go. So not guilting you into doing something. So that's the topic of this video. I move when I want to move. And what's made me come back to reevaluate that is because when you're engaging with somebody or you get ready to depart their presence, and then you're here, it's a bunch of different scenarios that's coming up with this. You're hearing on all the reasons why you shouldn't go, or you know, they're wanting to be, you know, in your presence on their time. To me, I guess the reason why this is kind of rubbing me wrong, I'm thinking from the standpoint of this. I'm getting ready to go, whether I say I got to get up to go to work tomorrow, kids got to get up and go to school, whatever the case may be. And if I'm doing that's really just me being cordial. I don't have to tell you anything. If I'm doing that and then you're coming back with some resistance on other reasons why I should be doing what you're asking me to do, I kind of feel like we're facing off against one another. The reason why I feel like we're facing off against one another, because it's just like, it almost feels like you're telling me what you're saying is trumping what I'm saying. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I move when I want to move. Don't make me reevaluate the reason why I'm even partaking in what I'm partaking in. Don't do people like that, because you never know what it took for them to even get to the situation that they were at. They might have had to move things around, or they might have just been drop dead tired. But they did what they wanted to do out of the goodness of their heart. Don't try to guilt them into leaning in just, you know, a little bit more time. Don't do that. People move when they want to move. That's the topic of this video. I move when I want to move. Because what I found out is when I move, even though it's still me moving because I want to move, when I'm kind of guilted into moving, or what I found in the past where it's just for whatever reason, you're really not getting the best me. And you know, one of the things that I've realized is some people don't care. Because they're trying to get you to the first step, and then once you get to the first step, they got other end game. End game is not the word that I'm looking for. They have other, I'm just going to say, they have other things in mind. Now will you do this? Oh, could you do this? Sometimes I've been caught up in those situations where I'm like, never again. All of it. And what I'm saying, all of it, I done been caught in the same things where it's just been like, no, I didn't sign up for this. Now we're dealing with this at hand. I move when I want to move. That's the topic of this video. It's something you should think about. The only reason why I'm bringing these topics up, and I'm talking about these things, it may sound like, man, ain't you being hard-nosed? Like, what, you're not going to ever make a move for anybody else? No, it's not about that. What I'm looking at the standpoints from the examples of me moving when I didn't really necessarily want to move, or it probably wasn't the best for me, and then I ended up feeling a certain type of way at the end of the day. Now it's going to make me reevaluate the next time that this comes up. I'm going to have to really feel like, do I feel like dealing? You know what's so funny too when I'm thinking about this topic and all the examples that I'm thinking about with this? There's been a whole bunch of times where things have went down where you could have benefited from, and you're just like, you didn't let me know about that. I would have liked to have benefited from that. You did. You kept that a secret. But this foolishness here, you told me on. You got that to contend with too. I move when I want to move. It's the topic of this video. If you have questions, send them to my email. ain.kilimanjaro@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your question in a video. If you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my other social media, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. This is where I'm hosting the videos at. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the link for Ain Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. It's a book I've written. It's about family communication. Check it out. Books on Amazon. Paperback, ebook copy. In the meantime, if you hadn't already, for my third time, I actually lost what I was getting ready to say. Hit that subscribe button. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Ain. You have a good one.